Welcome to Wisdom Trek with Gramps. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, and we are on day 2290 of our trek. The purpose of Wisdom Trek is to create a legacy of wisdom, to seek out discernment and insights, and to boldly grow where few have chosen to grow before. In today's Wisdom Nugget, I'll guide you through the vast landscapes of biblical wisdom. It's a pleasure to have you join me on this journey. Today our exploration takes us into the profound insights of Proverbs chapter 22, verses 1 through 7 from the New Living Translation. As we dive into these verses, let's seek the timeless wisdom that can guide us to better understand the value of a good reputation, the impact of humility and the fear of the Lord, and the consequences of financial responsibility. So without further delay, strap on your hiking boots as we delve into Proverbs wisdom. Verse number 1. Choose a good reputation over great riches. Being held in high esteem is better than silver or gold. This verse emphasizes the surpassing value of a good reputation over material wealth. How can we prioritize the building and maintaining of a good reputation in our lives? We need to make it a concerted effort to prioritize good reputation by recognizing the surpassing value of good reputations over material wealth. Prioritizing, building, and maintaining a good reputation through our actions, choices, and interactions. Choose to be a person of integrity and character. Understand that being held in high esteem is better than silver or gold. Now let's explore verse 2. The rich and poor have this in common. The Lord made them both. This verse underscores the shared identity of both the rich and the poor in the creation of the Lord. How can we cultivate a perspective of equality and shared humanity, recognizing that we are all creatures of the Lord? We need to cultivate equality and shared humanity by recognizing the shared identity both of the rich and the poor as creations of the Lord, cultivating a perspective of equality and shared humanity in all of our interactions with others, regardless of their financial status. Choose to treat everyone with dignity and respect, acknowledging the commonality as we are creations of God. Verse 3 speaks of the consequences of wisdom and understanding. A prudent person foresees dangers and takes precautions. The simpleton goes blindly on and suffers the consequences. This verse highlights the contrasting outcomes of the prudent person who takes precaution and the simpleton who goes on blindly. How can we cultivate wisdom and foresight to avoid unnecessary consequences? We need to focus on cultivating wisdom and foresight by recognizing the consequences of wisdom and understanding and foreseeing dangers and taking precautions. Cultivate wisdom and foresight in your decision-making, actively seeking to understand potential dangers and taking appropriate precautions. Choose to be prudent in your actions, avoiding unnecessary consequences that may result from going blindly forward. Now let's turn our attention to verse 4. True humility and the fear of the Lord leads to riches, honor, and long life. This verse associates true humility and the fear of the Lord with positive outcomes such as riches, honor, and long life. But how can we understand the relationship between humility, the fear of the Lord, and the blessings that follow? We need to do this by embracing true humility and the fear of the Lord and recognizing the positive outcomes associated with true humility and the fear of the Lord. Embrace humility in your attitudes and actions. Acknowledge your dependence on God. Cultivate a healthy fear of the Lord, understanding that it leads to riches, honor, and long life. Choose to align your life with these virtues, knowing that they will bring lasting blessings. Now verse 5 continues with a reflection on the consequences of disobedience. Corrupt people walk a thorny, treacherous road. Whoever values life will avoid it. This verse paints a vivid picture of a challenging path that corrupt people walk and encourages avoiding it. So how can we navigate away from this treacherous road of corruption and the value of life that God has given us? We need to avoid the treacherous road of corruption by recognizing the challenges and consequences associated with this thorny, treacherous road of corruption. Choose to value life and avoid the compromises of your integrity. Cultivate a commitment to righteous living, understanding that the choices that you make impact the quality of your life and your experiences. Now let's explore verse 6. Direct your children on the right path, and when they are older, they will not leave it. This verse underscores the importance of guiding children onto the right path with lasting impact. How can we fulfill the responsibility of directing our children onto this right path? We need to guide our children onto the right path by recognizing the significance of guiding the children onto the right path will have a lasting impact. Intentionally invest in the moral and spiritual development of your children, providing guidance and modeling the values you want to embrace in them. Choose to create an environment that fosters a strong foundation, understanding that the impact will endure into later years. And finally, let's explore verse 7. Just as the rich rule over the poor, so the borrower is a servant to the lender. This verse draws a parallel between the relationship of the rich and the poor and the dynamics between the borrower and the lender. How can we navigate the dynamics of financial responsibility and avoid becoming servants to lenders? We need to exercise financial responsibility and recognize the dynamics between borrower and lender, understanding that the borrower is a servant to the lender. Exercise financial responsibility in your choices. Avoid unnecessary debt and the commitments that may lead to servitude. Choose to live within your means and make wise financial decisions, understanding that financial freedom brings greater independence. And there you have it, my friends. Insights from Proverbs chapter 22, verses 1 through 7. These verses offer us timeless wisdom for prioritizing a good reputation, cultivating equality and shared humanity, exercising wisdom and foresight, embracing true humility and the fear of the Lord, avoiding the treacherous road of corruption, guiding children onto the right path, and exercising financial responsibility. As we continue on our journey through these pages of the Bible, remember that it is wisdom that it offers us a guiding light in navigating the complexities of life. Until the next time, keep seeking God's wisdom and make it part of your daily trek. And if you found this podcast insightful, please subscribe and leave us a review. Then encourage your friends and family to join us and come along with us tomorrow for another day of Wisdom Trek, Creating a Legacy. And thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide, your mentor, but most importantly, I am your friend as I serve you through the Wisdom Trek podcast and journal. And as we take this trek of life together, let us always live abundantly, love unconditionally, listen intentionally, learn continuously, lend to others generously, lead with integrity, and leave a living legacy each day. I am Guthrie Chamberlain, reminding you to keep moving forward, enjoy your journey, and create a great day every day. See you next time for more daily wisdom.